AMD is due to announce its earnings outcomes after the close of the market today, the 27th of October 2020. And in the pre-market, it's already losing some steam. So far, 602,000 shares, which is below its average at the moment, have been traded. And the folks at Schaefer Investment Research have it that analysts are hopeful about AMD before Q3 report, but based on what's going on in the market right now, it doesn't look like that anymore. And then this is options bulls are surrounding the stock ahead of the event as well. Okay, this they she went on to say that AMD is set to post its third quarter earnings after the close, which is today, and it's getting some analyst attention ahead of the event. Specifically, Susquehanna lifted its price target to $95 from $85 on grounds that a growing next generation console market and continuing strength in the PC market will be enough for the company to beat out analysts estimated for the quarter. For the quarter. As a result, AMD is up 3.1% at $84.59, but currently trading at $7 at the market at the moment in the pre-market. This puts AMD back above its 10-day moving average. That is based on this $84.59. So we'll see whether we can see if it is still the case. Let's see. Yes. Well, based on that, yes, we can see this is the 10-day moving average, and this is the 70-day. 70-day will be. We'll see a 70-day being mentioned in that piece we were reading. But at that $77 we are looking at right now, that's it. That's $78. That's what's going on now. $78. We can't exactly say what, because this is a mini chart. Okay, let's look at the daily chart and see whether it will reflect that. Yes. Yes, at the moment, yes. But this is where 78 or thereabout is. 78 is somewhere here. So we don't exactly know whether that will still be the case. We can't conclude because the chart is not is inactive, because the market is currently closed as we make this video. Okay. So which acted as a pressure on the charts of late. That's that 10-day moving average. While the $89 mark rejected an attempt to rally toward its September 2nd all-time high of $94.28, the 70-day captured most of its pullback. For the year, AMD is up 83.3. So let's see if that the 70-day captured most of its pullback. Let's see. This is the okay, I think the best 70-day. Okay, let's see. Daily 70-day. This is the chart of the 70-day captured most of the pullback. Well, yes, it contained it. The only other time it pulled below that was sometime in June. Well, I guess what it means is that it never fell below the 70-day. Okay, well, yes, that's it. That's it. They are right. You can see where it captured it. That was just this month, sometime between the 19th and the 26th of this month. So that is absolutely correct. They are correct. And our chart has been able to reflect that as well. Okay, options trading is ramping up ahead of the event too, with 131,000 calls across the tape so far, two times the intraday average compared to 36,000 puts. The most popular is the 10-day, the October 30th 90 strike call, followed by the 85 strike call in the same weekly series, with positions being opened at both positions. More analyst upgrades could be on the way coming into today. Coming into today, that was yesterday, the 26th. 12 of the 25 analysts in coverage consider AMD a hold. What's more, the 12-month consensus price target of $81.88 is a 33.3% discount to the current levels. A look at AMD's post-earnings past shows 5 negative earnings reactions in the past 2 years, including a 15.4% plummet 2 years ago. On the other hand, of the 3 reactions that were positive during the past 2 years, enjoyed a 12.5% surge in July and a 19.9% gap in 2019. This time around, the option pits are pricing in a 10.6% move, regardless of direction, slightly bigger than the 8.8% move average during these past 8 post ending sessions. Okay, let's see if we can validate some of this some of these options numbers for the 30th of October, 90 strike and 90 strike and 85 strike. Okay, so we are here on Charles Schwab and trying to see if we can have a look and see if we can validate some of those, see anything, if we can find anything close to that. Okay, so far it has moved up slightly, and we now have 1.1 million shares traded so far, still below average, but it might be an indication that it might be a very active day. Okay, so this is the October 30 options. So they pointed to the 90 and 85, so we'll see 85 first. 85 strike. Okay, we don't have the open interests. 85, we don't have volumes on this. Okay, and then the 90 will probably have to go and look at a different format of this. Try and look at it through another means. We might see what they refer to. Okay, yes, we should be able to see more open interests, and it might give us an idea. Okay, it says 85. 85 has 11,200 open interests, which translates to 1.1 million shares. Okay, so yes, that's the open interest, and then let's see if we can find out what they were saying over there. Okay, 131,000 calls across the tape so far, to 2 times the intraday average compared to 36. Oh, okay, yeah. So that is that. This does not represent all the calls, but what did they say? The most popular, yes. Also, these are the most popular: 85 strike call, and the 90 strike call, and 85 strike call. Okay, so this is the 85 strike call. 85, yes, it looks like the popular, and the 90 strike call. Obviously, with that 11,000 open interest, yes, and then look at that 18,600. So obviously, this is there's some validation in what they're saying there. It has been validated, yes. Okay, so yes, interests. Well, let's see what's going to happen. Okay, and let's see what we can digest technically concerning AMD. Okay, while that is loading, it says Q3 report. Q3 reported earnings were 0.41 dollars, a 0.05 beat. This is a 127.78% increase on non-GAAP results from the same period a year ago. Have the results come out already? Okay, it seems they've reported already. Let's see. Okay, third quarter announced. Today is the 27th. Third quarter earnings announcement expected. AMD has confirmed that earnings will be announced Tuesday after market close. So, okay. So what is expected is $0.3 per share. So I'm wondering what is going on here. It's saying here Q3 reported earnings were 0.41 dollars. Okay. So the market hasn't closed today yet, but it seems there's a mix-up there. But they may have decided to announce early. So well, it is, if that is the case, because that is a 0.41. It's a 0.05 increase. Okay. So let's see what the news is saying here. Okay, there's also some piece of news as well here. Yes, that's today. Semiconductor designer AMD is said on Tuesday it will buy Xilinx Inc. in a $35 billion all-stock deal, intensifying its battle with Intel in the data center chip market. The deal, which AMD expects to close at the end of 2021, will create a combined company with 13,000 engineers and a completely outsourced manufacturing strategy that relies heavily on Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Co. The two firms have benefited from a more nimble approach to grab market share from Intel, which has struggled with internal manufacturing. AMD has long been Intel's chief rival for central processor units in the personal computer business. Since Chief Executive Lisa Su took over AMD in 2014, In 14, she has focused on challenging Intel in the fast-growing business of data centers that power Intel internet-based applications and services, and are fueling the rise of artificial intelligence and fifth-generation telecommunications networks. Xilinx has been working to penetrate data centers with programmable processors that help speed up specialized tasks such as compressing videos or providing digital encryption. Its primary rival in the area, Altera Corp, was scooped up by Intel for $16.7 billion in 2015 in what was then Intel's largest ever deal. There are some areas where we are very strong, and we will be able to accelerate some of the adoption of the Xilinx product family. Su told Reuters in an interview, and there are some areas where Xilinx CEO Victor Peng is very strong, and we believe that we'll be able to accelerate some of the AMD products in those markets. Okay, that's some news that came out. As we didn't exactly know that this was already out. We were just going to digest and some of the technical analysis. Okay, and the 10-day average volume is 41 million. Okay, and for 90 days is 57 million. So that's the news going on at the moment about concerning AMD. Okay, so we have earnings coming out, and we have this major beat as well. So technically, AMD appears to be consolidating within a long-term uptrend. The average directional index is below 20, indicating that shares have traded sideways recently. However, the 200-day is still sloping bullishly upwards. Okay, it is lagging the S&P 500 index. That is serious. Okay, momentum for AMD is improving. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is rising as investors begin to purchase shares. The unbalanced volume indicator is bearish. The slope of the indicator is negative and suggests that there is a lack of buying interest. Okay, Bollinger Band squeezes tend to precede major price breakouts, although they do not predict which direction the new trend will take. Trend and momentum indicators can be useful during squeeze conditions to help discern the direction of future trends. Okay, so let's cover another equity, which is Plug Power, and there's also a piece written on Shiva Investment Research, and as you can see, it says more upside in store for Plug Power stock. Signal says the shares of Plug Power is down 4.2% at $14.40 at the last check. So that may not be what it is at the moment. And while the electrical company has cooled off from its October 8 12-year high of $19.02, the equity still sports a jaw-dropping 385% year-over-year lead. What's more, the stock's latest pullback has it near a historical bullish trend line, which could push Plug even higher in the coming weeks. More specifically, Plug Power stock just came in within one standard deviation of its 40-day moving average. Okay, by coming into within one standard deviation, there are a lot of things that are also there. It also means that it is now, so it is the risk of trading this equity statistically is minimal by far. This is at the time it is most minimal. The risk of entering this equity or owning this equity is most minimal at one standard deviation. Okay, so after spending the majority of the past several months above this trend line, according to data from Shepard senior quantitative analysts, 4 similar signals have occurred during the past 3 years. 3 quarters of the time, Plug enjoyed positive returns 1 month after each signal, averaging a 43.6% gain from the stock's current perch A move of similar magnitude could put plug just above the $20 mark, a fresh record peak. Okay, short squeeze could create even more tailwinds for the security. Short interest rose 14% during the past two reporting periods, and its 1.91 million shares now make up a whopping 26.9% of Plug Power stock available floats. In other words, it would take just over 2 days to buy back these bearish bets at Plug's average pace of daily trading. Okay, so it is an interesting stock. So with all that short interest and all the statistics, let's have a look and see what's going on here for Plug Power. We will also see what's going on as well in the pre-markets as well. So in the nothing really. Not much is going on in the pre-market. You can see it closed at $14.45, but it's currently at $14.63. So let's update it. Okay, so they have some okay, this is from Reuters. Investment profile now available. Let's see. Okay, it's a provider of alternative energy technology focused on the design, development, commercialization, and manufacture of hydrogen fuel cell systems used for industrial, off-road market, and stationary power market. Okay. Cash flow. Annual cash flow statement. Okay, so how I wish we can include all of these things, all of these reports for you to have a look and digest. Okay, so this is what's going on. It's according to what they're saying, it's 880% or thereabouts up year on year. Okay, so shares outstanding is 19.1%, but those folks have it at 29%. So, okay, what is also this is 2.2 days, which is close to what they also have as well. So 53% of the equity is held by investors. Has a market cap of 5.5 billion. Okay, and is there anything there we need to point out? It's at 385%. Yes, with this sort of chart, we can obviously see that it has to be the case. 385% year on year. So $3.13 as at January 2nd. So it's currently at $14.39. $14.40 or thereabouts. So yes, it will be in that sort of territory, 330% or thereabout. Okay, and any other thing we need to look at? Okay, 3/4 of the time Plug enjoyed positive returns 1 month after each signal. Okay, what are the signals there? Okay, whenever it is okay, that signal is just whenever it comes one standard deviation of its 40-day moving average. So in relative terms, as it concerns the 40-day moving average, then it's we don't have okay. So this is the 50-day moving average. So it's probably one standard deviation away from the 40-day. Okay, let's see if we can have a look at this tool here from it's also from Charles Schwab as well, the Street Smart Edge. Okay, let's see if we can add the 40-day. and the study 40-day. Okay, one standard deviation of it's okay, this is a 1 minute. Yes, you can see that it is definitely, there's no doubt that we don't need to calculate anything. It's just almost right on the 40-day moving average, so that is a validation. And let's see whether we can find any other thing they said over there. Okay, so each time according to okay, four similar signals have occurred during the past 3 years. 3/4 of the time, plug enjoy positive returns 1 month after each signal, averaging 43.6% gains. Okay, so well, that is a trend that they have pointed out there. So is an interesting point to watch. You know, as time goes on. So let's continue with the technical analysis. So it says the earnings outcomes are expected on the 5th of November, and it has a 10-day average volume of 23.5 million, and the 90-day average is 28.6 million. Plug appears to be correcting within a long-term bullish trend. Yes, we saw that. See, it's correcting within a long-term bullish trend. Although its MACD is presently below the signal line, shares remain 90.4% above an upward sloping 200-day moving average. Okay, the issue is outperforming the S&P 500. Okay, momentum for plug is strongly bearish. Okay, the 14-period slope stochastic oscillator is below 20, the level which many analysts call oversold. This means that investors have been actively selling shares and driving the price lower. The unbalanced volume indicator shows that longer term accumulation has given way to near term selling pressure by traders. The Bollinger Bands are presently wider than usual as a result of greater than normal volatility that accompanied the recent price move. Events such as this may precede a pause or reversal in the near term trend. Okay, it says greater than normal volatility that accompanied the recent price move. Okay, and the recent price move is a pullback. So yes, a reversal may occur, but we're not seeing that right now in the pre-market so far. Okay, let's see if we can. Okay, nothing really much going on. Okay, if you're new to this channel, subscribe, like, and share. Subscribe, like, and share. Thank you very much.